Hi everybody, and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you'll see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoy the content that I make, and that I make so much of it, please take a second to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on this huge YouTube platform. So I'm always thanking you in advance for that thumbs up. Okay, guys, today I got a nice surprise. I got two of my premium boxes from Boxycharm. This is closer to the end of the day, so I'm a little bit tired, and I apologize if my voice is a little bit deeper. So what ended up happening was the boxes came a little earlier in the afternoon, and when I had a chance, I opened up the first one. We took our pictures for Instagram, and then I filmed that, and hopefully that video's up already, and you guys have already seen that. But because we're so close to Choice Day, I always like to, especially when it comes to Boxycharm, that if my boxes come early, I will post my versions up as soon as they arrive. So if they even arrive on the same day, I will post both usually on the same day. So if you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I open up everything prior to, and I pay for my two bases and I pay for my two premiums. So what ended up happening, I'm really excited that they came so early, and always when it comes before Choice Day, it makes me even happier, because then we're able to see a lot more products, to know what could possibly be in our premiums if you get premium, or if you don't, what could possibly be in the mega drop shop for us to purchase on our own. So when I opened up my second box, and with premium you get to choose two choice items. So I usually choose two for one box and two for the other, and those always pay for the cost of the box, especially if you have a channel. But like I've shared with you in the past, with premium, there's usually not that many variations, but the choices are so good that I'm okay with that. And with a channel, I get to give away, have friends, things like that. So when I opened up the second box, I knew for a fact I chose different items in my premiums, but for some reason there was a duplicate item in my choice item. So I went back to my emails to double check, because I get confirmations after I make my choices, because they're always like a month ago. So to remember what your choices are, I don't always. So I went back, but I knew for sure I didn't order in the same item in both boxes, because I usually choose not to, unless the choices are something that 100% I would never use, or it's a brand that I've used and I didn't enjoy, and it wouldn't be something I'd want to give away. Long story short, what I was waiting for and anticipating so much was this gorgeous, huge tresluce palette, and it wasn't in my box. And that's never happened to me before. So I sat down and went onto Boxycharm's website. I checked my email for myself that maybe, you know, it was a mistake that I made, but it wasn't. I had confirmation that my two items were, one was the item that is in here, but the second item was the item that I chose for my first box, not my second. I chose the tresluce eyeshadow palette. So I went onto the bot, and I wrote all the information down, and I waited a couple of hours to film this, that hopefully I would have an answer, but I still haven't had an answer back. So right now, I've never had this happen to me that I can recall, that my choice item wasn't in my box. So please share with me if that's ever happened to you and how it was handled. But how I'm handling it right now is immediately I wrote to Boxycharm through the bot, which is the help button that is on the bottom of the first homepage, and then this little question mark comes up in the corner, and then you're able to tell them what's wrong, and it really went very smoothly. I told them the problem, and then the questions that they asked right afterwards were perfectly fitting in with what was wrong, and then they said that a representative will get to me. I then emailed myself a copy of the transcript, which is something you should always do. It's the top three buttons that are on the top that you have to go in, and then you can choose which email you want to send that to, so that I have a copy of the conversation. And then the last thing is it gives you a case number. Before I sat down, I saw an email that came down with the transcript, and I saw the email that came down that there is a case number for this. So we're gonna go ahead and film this today, and then you know, if and when I get an answer in reference to that, or they end up sending out the palette on its own, which I really hope that they do, I will do that in a separate video. Okay, so I'm doing this quickly because I want to make sure that I can get this video up also for you guys, so that it will be before choice days. So that's what's really important to me right now, is that you guys get to see as much as you can. I do have a little bit of duplication in this from the previous box, and that's what I share with you all the time. When you have two accounts, they do not talk to each other. And I don't know, like I've always mentioned, if I didn't have a channel, if I would get two premiums, because the amount of variations are usually not a lot. But for me, the two choice items, if I got both of them, would have more than paid for this box, which is a $40 box. Okay. However, I did get a duplicate of an item that I'm really happy I got a duplicate of, because I cannot wait to test it. And if I fall in love with it, I would definitely have picked up a second one, because this is from the brand Elemis. So this one still has the item in it with the jar, and I'm just going to put it over here back in the box. And I pulled out the one from the first box that we swatched. And when we opened this up, the scent on this was so scrumptious. It smelled like a cherry blossom, and it had almost like a candy scent to it as well. So this one is called the Superfood Midnight Facial, and this on its own is a $50 value. And this is a prebiotic overnight sleeping cream that leaves dry, thirsty skin feeling silky soft. It is radiant and replenished with moisture upon awakening. It is infused with superfoods like camu, and it has a banana flavor, banana flower, and it has a cacao nib extract. This vitamin mineral rich formula nourishes the skin and minimizes visible signs of fatigue. So this one, I didn't open up the other jar yet, so it might be different, but if you get this, also please share with me if there was no safety seal in here, because mine didn't come with a safety seal. So there's a little bit on the top of the component here. So I'm gonna take a little bit off that to show you guys what that looks like. And this one, like I said, it went on like almost like the thinnest lotion, which is so nice when you're a combo girl like me. And like I said, the scent is so sweet, like a candy, like a cherry candy. I can't explain it any other way. It smells so spring to me, put it that way. Really nice. The next item was one that also I'm going to leave in the box, because this was my choice item in my first box. This should have been the Tresluce eyeshadow palette. So this one is the one that I already opened and took the safety seal off that I showed in my first unboxing. And this one is the CoverFX Gripping Primer. This is an alcohol-free gel primer that visibly firms, creates a glass-like finish, and will grip your makeup for an all-day wear. It is a unique formula that creates an instant skin tightening effect for a smoother looking complexion, and it is improved makeup wear. It is also vegan and cruelty free, and this is a $38 value. And when I opened this up, it didn't feel like it was that full, and but that doesn't matter. You need very little with these primers, and it was completely sealed. So I'm sure the amount that is in here should be the amount that's in here, but it's very light. So this is what this looks like here. And when you place it on your skin, I have not used gripping primers yet. I was intrigued by them when Milk Makeup became this huge sensation when theirs came out. And then when e.l.f. Copied it, I was gonna try it then, and I never did. And then this is what it feels like. It is like a sticky, it's sticky. So I don't know, I've never used this. So please share with me, like I mentioned in the previous video, if you've used a gripping primer, and if you found that it made a big difference in it's getting your makeup to stay, and if when you used it you didn't have like the problems of getting it to move where you wanted it to move, that it didn't just stick to one area. So I'm a little concerned, but that's what these boxes are about. They're about trying and playing and being adventurous. So that is what I'm going to do with this one. Then the next item that was in here was one that I normally wouldn't choose for myself, but because I wanted to choose 2 items in the first box and 2 items in this one, and I've enjoyed this brand so much. It is called SKIN&CO Roma, and it's from their Truffle line, which I have been enjoying products from the Truffle line. And this is their Truffle Therapy Ultra Pure Facial Oil. And as a combo girl, and it came in this beautiful box, and the component inside is just as beautiful and such a unique component, which I will open up and do the dropper for you. This one says this is get that lit from within glow with this multitasking Truffle Therapy Ultra Pure Facial Oil. They're saying it is formulated with a proprietary ultra rich antioxidant black winter truffle extract. It has a brightening carrot oil that has a nourishing blend of olive, jojoba, sweet almond, and sunflower oils, and it also has a soothing calendula extract. This is an exclusive non-comedogenic formula that absorbs quickly into your skin to deeply moisturize as well as optimize hydration, revealing a rejuvenated complexion. This on its own, I think, is saying it is a $68 value. And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing, but let me double check. Yeah, it is 68. So that is what the component looks like here. So this has that fantastic dropper that when you unscrew it from the top, before you pull it out, you press down and then release, and that will put the right amount of the liquid that's inside into the dropper, and then you still have control of how much you want to place in here by simply releasing it. So you can release it just in one drop at a time, or you can hold it down and all of it will come out. So it is a very watery consistency. So this to me feels like almost like an essence. So this is an oil. So I am definitely going to be playing with this. And if you're a combo girl, just so you know what I do, and it doesn't mean it's right or wrong, it's just sharing with you what I do. What I do when it's an oil, this is something that when I will wash my face tonight, I will put this on, and then I will put it on earlier in the evening. So normally if I would take my makeup off at 10 o'clock, I'll take it off probably at 9 o'clock, so that by the time I get into my room and all of that, by 11 o'clock, I will know if this absorbed into my skin. So that is what I'm always worried about with oils. I always want to give it time to penetrate in. So that is what the product looks like here. We'll see how it feels even by the end of this video, but that's always my concern. And especially if you're a combo girl and you're acne prone like I still am, this is what I get nervous about. But the fact that it says it's non-comedogenic, I don't think I have to worry that it's going to clog my pores. All right, the next item that is in here is also a duplicate, and this is this cute pouch that we got with these 3 beautiful brushes from LARUCE. So I'm going to put that in the giveaway area. And then I have this here. So I pulled out the one from the first box, and like I said, it came in the cutest pouch with the zipper as well. Not a zipper, it's like a pulley that closes it, and then it has these kisses on the top here, and it is from LARUCE Beauty. These also came sealed in a cellophane wrap, and this one says this is the LARUCE Beauty. These are expensive brushes from this brand because these 3 they're saying are $50. And I've used other brushes from this brand that had the black component here, but it had the same type of gripping here, which is really, really easy to use. They're beautiful, beautiful brushes. I was putting them away in giveaways because I was getting a lot of them, and I never sat down to use them, and I finally did, and I'm really impressed with this. So this one is, like I said, a 3-piece, and this one is what they're calling the contour brush set. And they're saying the pouch is called the ServicedBye Limited Edition pouch. And the components that are in here, they have an LR331, which is the flat angle. They have the contour blending, which is the LR342, and then the LR117, which is an angled shading. And they're saying they are perfect brush trio for contouring with your favorite formulas. They apply with seamlessly blending contours for a most flawless finish. And like I said, these 3 brushes were a $50 value. I love these type of brushes, and as I shared in the first video, and if you missed it, I will try to link it down below. I had a brush like this, which was a lot larger from IT Cosmetics. First of all, the brushes are beyond stunning, and they are so soft and so well packed. So you get the softness, and yet you still get it being firm enough that it's not like the type that when you press that it's going to open up and it's going to put your makeup everywhere. They're really, really well made. So this one has a cutout like this, which is fantastic for contouring. And what I shared in the first video was I had a larger one from IT Cosmetics that came with, it didn't come with, it was a kit that was put together. I think it was from the QVC shopping channels at that time. And it had a bronzer on one side and a highlighter on the other. And what all you had to do was take your brush, the brush that you got it in the kit, which I know is sold separately everywhere else, so that's why I don't like saying that. So what I ended up doing was on the compact, all you had to do was brush it, and the amount of bronzer and the amount of highlighter that showed up on here was the perfect amount that you were able to put it on your cheek that way. So happy to get a smaller version of it, really excited about it, so that I'll be able to play with different ways of contouring and bronzer and things like that. This one is a brush that everyone should have in their arsenal. It is that round, beautiful brush. I use a lot of these brushes to put my banana powder on at the end of the day. These are also great for highlighter, and they're also good to dust off at the end. And then these angled brushes are ones that I use in every makeup eyeshadow look that I do. It is usually my finishing brush that I put on that after I put in with the pencil brush of the darker shade, I will then always take an angled brush and place it exactly where I want it to go. So these are 3 brushes that I think everyone will get a lot of use out of. These 2 to me should be standard in, but this one is really unique and fun to try. And like I said, the barrels on this are really beautiful, and it's peach, which is a color that I enjoy. The next one that was in here was from KVD Beauty, and it came in this component here. And this one is called the Epic Kiss Nourishing Vegan Butter Lipstick. And the shade that I got here, give me one sec, is in Lollita, which is the color that is famous by KVD. And this is the component here. We'll open it up and see and swatch and see what the color looks like. So this one says that this is a both high pigmented lipstick and a hydrating lip care. It is both buttery and vegan. It is packed with pigment for a one swipe color with the comfortable shine finish. It is powered by vegan kapuku butter that helps nourish your lips and give it that ultra buttery balm-like feel. The lips look smooth and full. The slim case is made from 80% post-consumer recycled materials. That's really cool. And this is a $22 value. The component is beyond stunning. I find KVD, everything that they did when it was her brand and the brand that helped her create that brand, which is Kendo, it continued on with the aesthetic, because the actual products that were made by Kendo but were under her name, Kat Von D, still is the Kendo brand that made the products for her, and I love them. So I'm so happy that they continued on with the brand and the aesthetic. So this is what the Lollita shade looks like. So let's put this on here. I'm gonna do one swipe so we can see how light the color can be as a balm. It's going on very creamy. And then if you want to darken it up, you can get a darker shade out of it as well. Very creamy, very balm-like. The component on its own is beyond stunning, and really excited about getting the shade Lollita. So that is the next item that is in here. The next item that was in here, I pulled out from my stash because it's a product that I've gotten in another box. I don't think it was Boxycharm, but this is called Blinc, and this is the Ultravolume Tubing Mascara. This comes in this container here, and as you can see on the graphics here, this is the eyes before and this is the eyes after using this mascara. I will open it up so I can show you the one from mine. This one is a clean and vegan formula. It gives you the ultra long wearing buildable false lash effect with a semi-matte finish. It says this is a brush that is eye shaped, and it has a dramatic spacing with super soft fibers to give you dramatic volume and length. And this, I think, is a $26 value on its own. So what it is about tubing mascaras, that I got introduced them from an Australian brand, and I should look it up, and I mean over 20 years ago, and no one else was coming out with them. And then Thrive came out with it, and everybody was talking about Thrive and how much they're loving the Thrive mascara. This one I actually enjoy a little bit more, and I'm gonna have to try my Thrive one again, but the difference between this one, and I ended up having this in an area where of the mascaras that I tried and I like to go back to. So this one here, it is not a wet formula. It is really that perfect formula that is in between dry and wet. What I mean by that is when a formula is too wet for my eyes, and I just wanna show you the brush, and it is like an eye shape. So it goes like from small to large, and it kind of has a flatness to it, but you're still able to round it all the way around through the bristles. So what I felt when I wear this mascara, and if you're not familiar with tubing mascara, all that means is they say, you know, when you put on mascara, you're like painting mascara on. With these, what they're suggesting and what it implies is that instead of it being painted like one way, it's wrapping it around the entire lash, which gives you more volume, because it looks like your lashes are thicker because it's wrapped around the entire lash. So what ends up happening when you put this on, first of all, what I loved about this one is it gave me such length, which usually for me, tubing mascaras give volume, but they don't give length. This gave me both. This gave me such length on the first swipe that literally I didn't have to go back in. Sometimes you have to keep going back in to get mascara. With that first one, I just kept playing with it and playing with it, and it just kept stretching my lashes and stretching my lashes. It was beyond beautiful. And then, of course, when you go in with the second one, you get more of the volume. But when you take tubing mascara off, do not be afraid, because it does come off in that tubing. So you're gonna see like these big black marks. You're not going to see it so much as a tube because it's small, it's covering an eyelash, but you will see those come off on your pads that you remove your eye makeup with, or if you wash your face directly like that, which I don't. I always take my eye makeup first with pads, but if you take it and just wash your face, which I see a lot of girls do, and you'll see it, you will see black marks on your skin that are like almost like if you ever played with dry mascara, it was coming off like that. So that is what this mascara is. I like the Blinc line. This is also a USA brand. I think they're out of Boca Raton, Florida, but I also know that they are a European brand as well. So there's a lot of information on the box, but I'm really impressed with the Blinc brand. Everything that I've tried from their brand, I've enjoyed, including this mascara. So hopefully if you get this in your box and you've never tried it before, don't think, oh, another mascara. This one is really unique on its own. And that's everything that we got in the second box. So a little disappointed because I was looking so forward to that tresluce Beauty huge palette. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I will still get it. But otherwise, I think the premium is an absolute winner. So the Elemis is one that, if this was a choice item, it would have been one that I chose. The gripping primer, I'm excited because it was my choice item in my first box to have the opportunity to try. This one I was a little concerned about, but it is still, it sunk in, but I'm still getting a beautiful hydration, but there is nothing. It is completely in my skin, and that is beautiful, the luminosity that I'm getting off of it. So really excited to have the opportunity to try this, and the bottle is beyond stunning. And then we have the 3 brushes from Tresluce with the pouch. This really beautiful lipstick from lip balm, excuse me, from Kat Von D's, KVD Beauty's brand. And then we have the gorgeous mascara that comes in the box from Blinc, which this is from my stash. And that's everything that I got in my second premium paid version. So if you haven't seen my first, there were definitely different items in there. I would definitely check it out. But like I said, I will do my best to get both of them posted. And if any other Boxycharm boxes arrive before Choice Day, I will try to do my best to film it and get it up so that we can see all the products, so that we can get to do some shopping if we need to or want to in the Mega Drop Shop. And that's everything that I have for today. So take care, everybody. Continue to stay safe and well, and I'll see you all soon again in my next video. Bye for now.